We're rolling, we're rolling. What's happening, guys? I guess we're rolling. Hi, y'all. Oh, I'm just sitting here. As you can see, those are the finished ones. I have one more to do, and I had to look up to see who the hell it was, and it was Lady Crysania. Okay? So what we're going to do today, I didn't decide to go on Twitch for this one because I got to slap chop her first and get her highlights out so I can actually see her to work on her. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to slap chop a bitch. Pardon the pun. Okay? I guess you can see me. All right. Where's she at? Here she is. Okay. This is the one that we're working on. It's Lady Crysania. I've got to put some. I'm going to slap chop her with a little bit of flesh colored instead of white. She's got a lot of white on her to begin with, but she's also got a lot of flesh color around her arms and stuff. Well, on her hands, but in that bodice right there. To be able to do that, what I did was on a lot of the females and on the faces, I slap chopped them with flesh color. I did that with Lorana, and it come out really well. So that's why I'm doing it. Okay. Welcome whoever's coming in. But I decided I'd just go ahead and set something up for that. That would work, wouldn't it? Okay. But that's all I'm doing. I'm just hanging out for a minute. I'm probably going to get on Twitch here after a while. Like I said, I've gotten quite used to my Streamlabs stuff. So, yeah, it does help for sure. And my camera is doing its stupid shit. It's spazzing the fuck out. And I don't know why. It's doing its usual bullshit. It's glitching. I'm wondering if it's the lights. Could be electrics. Shit like that. Yeah, it's been doing it for a while, and that's a new camera. And I don't know why it's doing it. I don't know if it has something to do with me moving it around or what, but it does it on occasion. And it'll freeze, and then I have to reset, take the damn thing out and set it up again. It's such a pain in the ass. So if it freezes on me, guys, I apologize, like I said. But that's all I'm doing here at the moment. It's just see my belly button there. But that's all I'm doing this morning is just doing up some finishing touches on that. And we're going to get her slap chopped and try to get her done by tonight. And I'll take some pictures of her. And then I'm going to clean my table up and get my shit set back up. And I'll get to writing again. I got another DragonLance segment I'm going to premiere. But I got to write it up first. Get everything odds and ends. I'm going to get my table set up. Now that I got my miniatures, I'll be able to do a little more fun. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know if I got anybody coming in or not. I don't have anybody here yet, but like I said, it's what I'm doing for the moment. What do I want to do? I don't have anything playing in the background that I know of. All right, let's see here. I got my mic on anyway, so that's good. I'm going to... No, I don't want to do that. I don't know. Shit, I'm thinking of hear something to keep that mic on because sometimes that thing will stop talking on me and then I'm screwed. Okay, guys, what I'm doing here, let me show you. Matter of fact, I'll move it up a little so you can see what I'm working on. I think I can do that because I don't have it obscured. We're not on Streamlabs at the moment. I need to start doing that, but I don't know. I keep one confined to Twitch and one confined to YouTube. It is what it is. Okay, there we go. You can still see it. And I do know that the camera quality is a little bit better for some reason. You can see it when I just stream live to YouTube just through a pair camera. I don't know why. I think it has to do with internet connection. But anyways, guys, that's what we're working on. We're working on Lady Crysania. All right. First things first. We're going to slap chop a bitch. Okay. Got my pad and my paper. Hang out, clown. We're going to see what we're going to do here. Hold on just a second here, guys. Let me just step to the side here. I'll be right back. Hold on just a second here. I'm going to mute the mic for just a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay. Yes. We're going to Slapchop Beach. All right. Got my pad soaked. This one's a little bit more absorbed than the last one. I don't know if I think I put too much water on the damn thing. It's all right. It'll keep it. It'll keep it wet. That's for damn sure. That's what she said. Oh, I'm being dirty already. I know. Become a born again Christian. Yeah, he's about as much a born again Christian as I'm a fucking astronaut. I'll see how long that lasts. I don't know. I'm just stupefied. At lost for words to say anything about that. I heard about it and I thought about it and if I didn't think he's full of shit then, I definitely think he's full of shit now. Oh, I don't see anybody in here yet. If you're here, say hi in chat. I'm just saying. I can only see if you say something. If you don't, well, hold your peace. I ain't worried about it. If you bullshit. I don't do the Hollywood Squares bullshit. Yeah, motherfucker's about as much a fucking born again Christian as I am a fucking astronaut. I buy that for a fucking minute, not. I just fucking bet he is. For somebody that tried to mock me one time for telling somebody, Lord bless them, and then saying that, no, I'm sorry, but he's just him to come out now and say that he's born again. Shit. Whatever. Lord bless him. It's going to hit you even harder for those who proclaim to be with false tongue. I want some positivity, okay? No, I don't. You're not going to have to say it. And hush, my line. Yeah. You slap chop a bitch. And she's going to be mostly white, wearing white anyway. So the idea is I'm using this lighter color here for the highlight instead of that primer because it's going to need it anyway. Okay, so you got to stab at it, but you got to figure out the extent you want it on your brush. But really, it doesn't matter. It's adding a layer to it is all you're really doing. Okay, it's all the hell I'm doing. But I'm gonna add that for a second. All right, I might run a game here in a minute. See, because I can do that with YouTube. I can still do that when I go live. It's not a big deal. Okay, let me take a look at her here and see what she looks like now. I don't want to muddy up her face, but it looks like it's trying to. That's all right. It's not a big deal. Because really, when you do the slap chop method like this, what you're going to do is you're going to take the stiff brush, okay, right here. And see, you can do this while it's just one layer, okay, because you're not worried about muddying anything up. This is the stiff dry brush, okay. You take and you buff that excess off, and you get it down in there, and you, because really all you're doing is just getting the paint to go into those little pronounced edges on that mini. It's just to bring out those highlights is all the hell that's doing. It's just adding a little bit of a layer to that anyway. But I'll just have to be very careful when I go to add a layer to her. Like I said, it'll be bit by bit. I can do a little bit at a time. That's the way I did with Tanis. I got his skin, and that's just it. You have to go slow with a brush. And I mean tiny, tiny, tiny strokes. Little bit by little bit by little bit. And you just go slow. Slow, 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 slow. Slow and low. That is the tempo. Simple as that. All right. And here in just a little bit, I'll probably jump over to Twitch so I can use my Streamlabs. I didn't have it connected to my YouTube. I usually use, I put whatever on Twitch, and then I edit it over the dead stuff and then put it on the YouTube. You know, so it doesn't bore the shit out of you, because there's a lot of fucking segments of dead air. It's natural. I don't have that many subscribers. Don't need that many subscribers. I'm not somebody who sits and counts my subs. I don't really give a shit. Okay? I'm not an influencer. I'm not a YouTube celeb. I'm not one of these fucking prima donnas. In all honesty, the YouTube demagogue audience disgusts me. That aforementioned shithead last night. I thought about that. What, he's a born-again Christian. My ass. Whatever. Yeah. For somebody that spent half his career mocking and fucking with those people, my thing is, yeah, I guess most people only claim that they're talking to God now when rational people will no longer speak to them. Ain't no atheists in a foxhole. Let's put it that way. Hell no, I'm not going to give him a shout out. Wanna know why? I don't think there's anybody in here anymore. Hell no, I'm not going to give him a shout out. Warms my fucking heart to know that 5 years later he's still a fucking loser. Yeah, warms my fucking heart. 5 years later, he's still a fucking loser. The only difference between me and him is I didn't go to school to learn how to produce the garbage. He produces garbage, but he had to go to school for it. Shit. My damn cousin can fucking produce more than that little asshole can. I'm serious. He wouldn't make a pimple on Barry's ass. I'm saying something. Okay. That thing dried fucking quick. Okay. Well, shit. Okay. Fuck it. Put some slather some fucking shit on it and let's see what we roll with. Oh, I didn't. I bet you I didn't. Hell no. I didn't. Well, I cleaned my brushes, but they stiffen up. I have to soak them again. Damn it. I hate having to do that. Yeah, I'm going to soak my brushes and let that do its thing. But that's what I'm doing. Oh, you got to make sure that you take your Slapchop brush and clean that damn thing off immediately after you've done that. What did I grab? Damn it. Sometimes I get them confused and forget which one I was using. Yeah, that's your white one. I don't want to use, yeah, this is it. Okay. Water's going to be real damn muddy. Oh boy. I like shit in the bristles. Shit. Let's leave there for just a second. Just a second. Straighten these damn bristles out. Damn it. I'm always fucking them up. Hell. Thanks. Hope I didn't screw my brushes up. Probably did. I don't know. I've painted most of these minis with one brush, and I've barely used any of them damn spot brushes. And I guess I need to. Them little spot brushes I ordered, I mean, I used some of them for a little bit, and then I just stopped using them. I don't know. I was getting better precise strokes with the damn brush, I guess. I was getting better detail with the brush. I was just, now that I was slowing down and paying attention to detail and getting my vision was a little acclimated better and I was adjusting better to using this thing, I was okay. Easiest ways to soak it in isopropyl and twist your brushes into the original shape that they were in. And usually if you'll do that, they'll hold that shape and you can use them fairly easy. I've only used opened about three brushes out of that pack. So doing that whole mini line. And right, as you can see, I got a whole line of them that I've already finished. So there you go. Okay. All right. I'm actually going to fill in the details for Crysania's skin first off. Okay. I'm not going to switch over to what's it yet. I think you can hear them damn wind chimes. Okay, what am I doing? I was tempted to put some DragonLance on in the background, but I don't think I've got any rolling that I know of. I guess I could, but I got to figure out how to. Nah, that's like we confuse the hell out of my damn. Oh shit, I don't even know what the fuck it's at. That's a good damn question, guys. I have no damn clue. Hold on just a second here, guys. Just be patient with me. Ugh. Come on, shitheads. I ain't got all day. Come on, damn you. God, I hate this fucking thing. No! Go the fuck away, asshole. Let me be right back. Bullshit, you're trying to fucking download my info, you cocksuckers. Ah, damn this fucking thing. No, I don't want to fuck with you, and I don't give a fuck about that. Get the fuck away from me. No. Get. No, I don't give a fuck about football. Fuck you and football. I honestly do not give a flying fuck about fucking football. Come on. Come on, you bastard. All day for your fucking bullshit. Hi, you asshole. Just put me some DragonLance on. That's all I want. Put me some DragonLance on. That's all I want. Do. You know what? Let's see here. Gotta find it first. Oh shit. Bear with me, guys. Hawk the Slayer. I forgot about that. I think we're gonna go with my shit first. Damn.
In a large open room filled from ceiling to floor with stacks of wooden crates labeled Solace and Gateway. Gilthanis looked around grimly. This is it. Put it inside the foot.
Come on, move it back a little bit. That'll do, pig.
You made to me, Lorana, and I ask you to release me.
That's all, man.
Lorana looked at him pleadingly, then, seeing only pity in his face.
Hey, whoever's tuning in. Hello, welcome. Hey, Judge, I'm having many technology. Yeah, I'm the same thing. I'm just sitting there on my TV. What I'm doing is I'm finishing up Lady Crysania. Yep. Hello.
We cannot stand against Lord Verminard and his dragons, he announced. According to the legends of the ancient dragon wars, it was only with his fabled weapon, the DragonLance, that the mighty knight Yuma defeated the Queen of Darkness and her evil dragons. There are none now who remember the secret of that great weapon. Fizban started to speak, but Raceland hushed him. Therefore,
yep,
we must abandon Colonesti.
Hello, welcome, whoever's coming in.
We had planned to go west to return to the ancient elven home. Then we
what I'm doing.
The dragon army at Pax Darkus, less than a day's journey from us. Unless that army is stopped, I fear we are doomed.
Yep.
Tannis stepped forward. Do you know a way to stop that army? Yes. It is our belief that if the women and children prisoners were freed from Pax Darkus, the men who served the Draconians as slaves would turn on their masters and could flee into the southern mountains. The dragon army would then be called back from its march on Colonesti, allowing us time to escape. Riverwind stared hard at the speaker. Seems to me
The
you
speaker sounds like he's from
to
Liverpool.
the dragon armies as a desperate man throws hunks of meat to pursuing wolves. The speaker shook his head sadly. Lord Vermanard will not keep them alive much longer, we fear. The iron ore is nearly gone. Will you and your companions go with Gilthanis and lead the raid, Tantalus? Gilthanis knows the way into Pax Darkus, the Sla Mori, the secret way. It's a labyrinth lying beneath the fortress. Gilthanis can lead you through it and into the fortress.
Gilthanis! You silly button!
Friends. Then we must separate. Tika, Goldmoon, Riverwind, Caramon, and Graceland. You go with the elves. The discs are too precious to risk on a raid into Pax Darkus. Graceland shook his head. It is not among the Colonesti elves that Goldmoon will find the one she seeks. The leader who can help us defeat these dragon armies. Take a step forward.
Whoa!
I'm going with you.
My feet just about went out
I'm
from
trying
under
to
me.
become a swordswoman like Kitiara. Tanis winced at the mention of Raceland and Caramon's half-sister. The woman he loved and yearned to see again was off somewhere, fighting on behalf of some new lord. Again, Tanis wondered who that new lord could be, and wished Kitiara could have been with him now. How they could have used her fighting skills. Riverwind folded his arms. I won't hide with the elves. He and I are one, Goldmoon added. Tanis, Flint said firmly. We're all going with you to Pax Darkus. The half-elf bowed his head in submission. Fizban let out a sigh. Oh, good. Now we can get some sleep. Wait a minute, old one, Tanis said sternly. You're definitely going with the elves.
What I'm doing here,
Stared at Tanis with a
we'll chat in just a second, guys.
I go where I choose, and I choose to go with you, Tanis. Half elven. Graceland gave his arm to Fizban, and the two of them walked off.
Okay. We'll do his skin first. Always do the skin parts first, or try to do the hands and the eye, all that.
Tanis felt a strong hand on his arm.
I was watching a tutorial showing how they filled in the eyes. It works pretty good, but I don't know if I've got the skill to be able to do it and not screw it up, because you got to be real careful. But painting eyes on soldiers and stuff, I actually did it a little bit with Tika on her mini. Hold on just a second, and I'll turn the camera over there and let you look at it. By the way, they're finished. We're all finished. Hold on a second, guys. I'll turn that on and show you. Oh, boy.
And stared accusingly at Caramon. If there's anyone I don't trust in this group, it's your brother Graceland and that old man.
Are you listening to it? Yeah. Dragon's Hollow Twilight. Yeah, it's I think the channel's called Get Me a Reuben Sandwich. Yeah, that's what it is. It's on YouTube. But yeah, it's a audio thing. It was the one that Peter McNichol narrated. It's out of print. It's been out of print for years. It's been out of circulation for years. Take a look at this.
Too dark a night to walk with your eyes closed, as my people say.
9 they were.
He put his other hand on
okay,
arm.
10 actually.
The night clasped him, and the three men stood in silence. Then left the grove.
Before Lorana joined up with them, they were 9 companions.
A dark
What was that poem? 9 they were under the moon.
Stars overhead. He yanked the person down across his body, putting his dagger to the exposed throat. Lorana, he gasped. What are you doing here? Tantalus, she said, choking. Come with us.
Shit.
Don't throw your
Keep
life
knocking
away,
over my sleeve.
Marcus. Even my father doesn't believe this will work.
Tika.
I can't lose you and Gilthanis too.
Sorry.
Lorana, he said.
My hair snagged the camera.
Time.
Tika.
Risk your life for something you believe in.
I got her eye detail a little bit.
The ancient gods
I don't know if you can see it. That camera's not going to do it justice, but you can see it again. I'm going to take some more photos of these later on. Probably going to do that later on tonight. Now that they're finished. Tanis came out really good. Gold Moon, her staff glows in the dark. It actually does glow. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can get it to do it.
Can you understand that? She looked at him through her golden hair.
I gotta hold it up to the light for a few minutes.
She answered softly.
So does Fizban's fireball. Of course, they glow better when direct sunlight.
Presented Tika with some of his mother's armor, made of tough leather, and handed out rations to the raiding party. Caramon picked up some of it and made a face. What's this junk? He asked. Quick, Pa, Gilthanis told him. It will last us for many weeks. Looks like dried fruit, Caramon said in disgust. Janice grinned. That's what it is. Dawn was just
Might
beginning
be
to
able to
tinge
see
the
it.
wispy storm clouds
Say,
with pale
slightly
chill
glowing.
light when Gilthanas led the party out of
It
quiet.
glows a little bit.
The trail led down
There
from
it
the
is.
aspen woods to the
You
pine
see it in my hand a
lowlands.
little bit. It's glowing.
When they stopped for a hasty lunch, Fizban came over and hunkered down.
Only other way to do this is if I do it at night, which is
He whispered.
about the only way to get it. Of
Stared at the
course,
old man
if I open the window just
Gilthanas stood
ever
up.
so slightly,
That's insane. Let us go now. The Slamori is still
it
miles
will
away.
actually
We must
put
be
enough
there by
sunlight to
sundown.
make it
They
glow.
walked on to the ragged
But
pines.
as you can see, they came out really well.
Lengthening their shadows.
Um,
When the group came
let
suddenly
me get
to a
my
clearing,
lights back
there
on
had been
here.
the site of a recent bloody fight. Bodies of men and hobgoblins lay
Come on.
scattered about in
Come
obscene
on.
postures of brutal
Okay.
death. A
All
low
right,
moan
turn the
came from
lights
beneath
back
two
on
bodies.
here. But yeah, they came out really well.
It was a human.
Yeah.
The group
Audible just takes and enters it in on a. Well, see, that was a professional actor they hired. I mean, Peter McNichol, he was in Dragon Slayer, Ghostbusters. He was a professional actor. That was back when DragonLance was actually getting stellar reviews in the New York Times. They had professional actors. Of course, they had Malcolm McDowell do a special TikTok for somebody for Gold Moon and Riverwind here not too long ago.
The companions whipped around to see 12 draconians standing at the edge of the
But,
clearing, weapons drawn.
Yeah, that was back when they could actually get somebody to read for them. It's a little different then. It's still abridged in some places, but it is pretty good. I like it. It's not too bad. Okay, let me see if I can.
Saw Fizban pull something from his pouch. No, Fizban, the mage cried. No fireball. You'll torch us all. The old mage sighed, then brightened. I'll think of something else.
The detail on her armor is impeccable.
Tika, her new sword drawn and ready, trembled with fear and excitement.
Right,
A draconian rushed her, and she swung
There
a
you go.
tremendous blow.
Actually, that's about the distance you can see. So far, I can see it on the camera. So I judge by what I can see on my monitor, on my computer monitor. So far, so good. So,
Two other draconians charged Caramon, but Graceland was beside him now.
Yeah.
The two
All right,
combined magic and steel to destroy their enemy. Sturm and Tannis fought side by side.
Let's concentrate on the work at hand here.
Okay.
What I've done is I've taken the Slapchop brush. After I finish doing that, you immediately take it and you put it in some isopropyl alcohol and get that out of your brush.
Now, how did that go?
And
Suddenly, Tasselhoff shrieked. Tika, behind you!
keep your brushes
The former
clean.
barmaid whirled around to see a draconian, launching into the air straight at her. With a strength born of terror, she hit at the creature with a shield, knowing she had to kill it. She kept bashing and bashing.
Bashed it in the fucking head with a shield.
Hand on her arm. It's all right, Tika. They're all dead.
They are dead.
Swung her arms around the
This
warrior's neck,
is
and out of shivering, kissed
deceased.
it. A few long seconds later, she realized what she was doing and backed away, blushing. The fight was over. Aben turned to Gilthanas. Where are you headed?
Yep.
He asked. The Elf Lord looked the swordsman over. Our journey is secret, but I suppose we could use an expert swordsman. Aben clasped the Elf Lord on the shoulder and reached
He
out
keeps
to shake
giving him a
hands.
Liverpool accent.
My name is Aben Shatterstone, all of you. As long as you're fighting draconians, your fight is my fight. Just then, Fizban interrupted. That's it.
I gotta grab some more paper towels. Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Suddenly, the air was filled with strands of sticky cobwebs.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this. This is I love this one.
Flint grumbled as everyone laughed.
By sunset, the group had reached an open plain edged by tall mountain peaks. Commanding the pass was the gigantic fortress of Pax Tharkas, home base of Lord Verminard. Standing between elven and dwarven kingdoms, it had been built by both races together in a spirit of friendship long since lost on the Kryn. Now it was the bastion.
But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up.
As the companions
Finish up Lady Crysania. And then the rest of them, I thought, well, I might do asterisks, but other than that, I don't think I'm going to do any more until it gets warmer. I'm going to set them up for the winter because I'm going to put my table back up. I'm going to write and play now that I've got them completed.
But in
Let's
spite
go get
of
those
thorough
main ones
search,
done,
the
and then
crafty pursuer could not be found. Nerves were on edge, with Aben and Gilthanas accusing each other of disloyalty while the other wasn't listening. Nevertheless, the next morning, they entered the Sla Mori together. The dark passageway led them first into the burial chamber of Kithkanen, the ancient king of the elves. The robed skeleton of the elven king sat enthroned, holding his enchanted sword, which none dared touch. Suddenly, the companions were attacked by a
when it
gigantic
gets cold,
slug, which spat its
those
saliva
minis
at
don't
them,
cure as
aiming to
well.
kill and eat them. In the midst of their
My house is an older house, so it gets the temperature
Out of
fluctuates.
Crysania, she had pursued them all the way
So
to
I'm
the
probably not going to be painting on any minis during the wintertime.
Tanis was furious
Plain simple
that she
fact
put
that
her
it
life in
messes with
danger,
the paint.
but had no time to chide her.
I try to keep my room warm, but like I said,
behind the throne, with even
I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I've thought about maybe taking some stain or some lacquer and spraying across it to seal it, but I'm just going to let them, because they're acrylics anyway. I'm going to let them cure for a couple of weeks, I guess, and I might add some sealant to them, and that's about it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that with a light wash and a brush. It's not hard to do. You just have to spot check it to make sure that it don't screw the mini up. But it'll seal it, and at least it'll keep it together. As long as you don't get them wet, though, they should last. So I'm not really too worried about it. They look good as they are. Tanis come out wonderful. I was worried about getting Tanis's beard right. Okay.
They pushed on into the
Let me see what we
Slamori.
got here. All right. What I did. Yep. Okay.
The corridor came to an abrupt end. Crumbled stone and rubble lay beneath a hole in the rock wall, and the sense of evil flowing from beyond could almost be felt. They entered the hole cautiously, the light from Raceland's staff illuminating the darkness. Soon they were in a round room, about 100 feet in diameter. In the center stood a crooked
the heat
column.
on, so
Flint examined it.
it's drying a little faster than it should be.
That's a huge chain. Gilthanas gasped. But in the chain room. The companions stared at the monstrous column of links in wonder. Each link was as long as Caramon, and as thick as an oak tree. Gilthanas pointed to the iron bracket in the floor. If this chain is released from its moorings,
Okay.
massive blocks of granite drop down behind
Like I
the
said, I
fortress.
figured out the best
Then
way to
no
do
force on
these
Kryn can
is
alter
to
them.
go slow with
He
the
pointed to a
brush
faint outline of the
and
door
just
on the
take a
north wall.
small, tiny end
This must be
of
the
whatever
entrance.
color that you're working
Raceland waved
and
his
just
hand.
tap it.
I warn you.
Bit by bit, a little bit, and you add up a layer to it.
Gilthanas stared at a chipped stone at the bottom of the
And
wall.
if you'll go slow,
Paxtarchus is through a secret door.
the 3D printed mini will do the work for
And
you
pulled out the chipped stone,
instead of having to do all that crap with the brush.
revealing a room nearly
The only thing that I hated was having to add detail on Raceland. See, his blue parts on his sleeves were not defined, so I actually had to take and fill those in for him.
as something took shape before his eyes. It is the spirit
It's
of the
from
dark
this.
elf.
It's a banshee.
Not to open that door. Put up your weapons, fools. You cannot fight her. Her touch is death.
My mom or dad come in here and said, "What the hell's going on here?"
Even as they retreated back into the chain room, the darkness took shape, coalescing into the coldly beautiful, distorted features of a female drow.
Yes. I've got to get a copy of the Notated Chronicles. I've got Legends, but I don't have Chronicles.
Is that everyone? No
I had to pull out my copy of Legends this morning to have a look at Lady Crysania to see if I could figure out what I was going to paint her, because when I had to figure out what in the hell was this one, and I had to actually look it up because I didn't know which one it was. Yeah, it's Lady Crysania. I'm probably going to use a primer black for her hair. Now, the problem with primer black is you might have to go back and redo it several times. I should have. Damn. Well, no, I can do that. If I do it now. There's a way. Okay. I got to use a slight matte blue to be able to do it.
In a strong voice that was
I got a primer across her eyes and one little swat with a little bit of blue where her eye holes are at, and then cover it over with some flesh color, and it should come out. But I better not do that.
The door held.
That's gonna screw her up if I did that. I might try that later
Drained
though.
by the casting of a spell. Carrying him,
Once she
Caroline
dries.
joined the others, and they groped their way
She's
back
a little
into
bit
the
better
dark
pronounced, so she's
They
not
found
too
another
hard to
door,
work
which
on.
opened easily
Lorana was a nightmare to work on. So was Stern. Oh, I cursed. I was not online when I did Stern, okay? And it's a good thing, too, because I got mad. I screwed up his face.
This is it.
I had to go in there, run it under warm water, reprime him. After I calmed down, I just sat down and I reprimed him again. I got his face and his mustache. Let him dry. But I had it looking so good, and I somehow screwed it up, and I just...
Afterward,
I was so mad.
Recall those few panic moments in the chain room. He remembered saying,
But yeah, she's going to have a lot of white on her, so it's better that I did add that little bit of the base of her to that flesh color right there. But I had no clue who she was, because I looked for pictures of Lady Crysania and it didn't, because I was looking for the headband. She don't have it. She does, I don't see it.
We could use some light, couldn't we?
I mean, I see her brow ridge, but I don't think that's a... I mean, I can make her one, I guess. But what I'd do is I'd wait until I get her finished, and then I'd put her headband on.
The chain ran up over a huge
Okay.
cogwheel,
Have a look-see
mounted on
here.
an axle set in solid stone, and disappeared into a tunnel. Taz crawled from one tooth to another. Fizban, his robes hiked up around his thighs, followed with amazing agility. Can you get some light up here? The Kinder asked. Light? To the tunnel!
Okay.
Fizban commanded.
You filled her in a little bit. She's got some
The glowing puffball whizzed up, dancing
got
near
some
Taz.
flesh color on her.
The Kinder crawled forward,
Okay.
wondering what it would feel like to splatter all over the floor, hundreds of feet below. As Fizban
I wonder what it'd be like to splatter all over the floor. Gotta be the Kinder here.
Floor 5 feet below him. Pulling out a handful of Quithbar, the dried fruit rations the elves had given them. Fizban
Good thing he's not eating on Kinder Pack.
My stomach tells me it's lunchtime. Taz joined him, and the puffball flame settled on the brim of the magician's hat. Taz sniffed. Fizban, your hat's on fire. Far below, Flint wiped his hand across his eyes, glared at Tanis, and hurled himself onto the floor, sulking. Tanis shook his head firmly. Flint, I feel as badly as you do about losing them, but we cannot go back. The companions were resting, eating Quithpa, and drinking water from a well they discovered.
Yeah, notice they're eating Quithpa, which is dried fruit. That's not Kinder Pack.
Tanis, who was studying a map intently.
Actually, raw Kinder Pack is what makes you fart. Regular Kinder Pack, when it's prepared, won't.
Here's the fortress of
Regular Kinder Pack just makes a rye trencher.
About 50 feet away are the women's quarters. Here's the lair of Pyros, Verminard's dragon.
But the raw stuff is what you eat to get the benefit. Get the minerals and the Wheaties the Kinder eat it. Kinder can eat it and don't have any problem with it. But humans eat it, you're going to get a severe case of constipation in the farts. Crippling.
Aben scowled. You seem to know a lot about Pax Tharkus, Gilthanis.
Gilthanis!
A long silence. Stern, Caramon, and Aben.
Gilthanis, you silly button.
3 humans united in their mistrust of an elf, Tanis noticed. He motioned to Gilthanis to continue. Every evening, a few women leave their cells to take food to the men. My warriors and I plan to disguise ourselves as women.
We got a lot of this pearl white here, so I'm going to be using a lot of that for her.
Lord Verminard and Pyros will certainly leave to join the army tomorrow. That's when
And I'm going to use a couple of spot brushes for her, I guess.
The plan seemed
If I can do so.
Pushing open the door leading to the hallway, they heard drunken draconian laughter from the room directly across from them. Silently, the companions slipped into the dark corridor. Tasselhoff and Fizban were walking up and down the tunnel, crawling in and out among the myriad chains, when they spotted a thin sliver of light through a crack in the floor. They knelt down and peered through the crack. Below them was a large room, furnished with every possible luxury.
Buddy, this little pad right here is a game changer. It keeps the paint. And you use a little, and you don't have to use so much paint.
Been sent to Verminard by the Queen of Darkness as a gift, and to keep an eye on the High Lord. Pyros had another mission as well, to search this part of Ansalon for one man. The Queen of Darkness called him Everman. The dragons called him the Green Gemstone Man. His human name was Barum. It was the search for Barum that brought Pyros to Verminard's chambers now. Viewmaster Toda was bringing in 2 prisoners for interrogation. Barum might be one of them. Pyros was stretched out along one side of the enormous...
Of course, I always wondered if Barum had amnesia like the Nameless one in Planescape Torment.
And shifted slightly. A rare base top...
That's what happens. You die, you lose your memories.
Verminard looked up from the desk where he was studying a map of Colonesti. Transform yourself before you wreck the place. The gigantic red dragon began to shimmer like a mirage, condensing into the shape of a human male, slight of build with dark black hair, a thin face, and slanting red eyes. Dressed in crimson robes, Pyros the man walked to Verminard's side and stared at him with undisguised loathing. The High Lord was an imposing figure. Tall and powerfully built, he wore dark blue dragon-scale armor, trimmed in gold. The hideous mask of a dragon High Lord concealed his face. There was a scratch at the door, and a guard admitted Viewmaster Toda and his 2 prisoners. Verminard studied them. Seeing that neither of them matched the descriptions of those who had raided Zaxxarath, he scowled behind the mask. Pyros reacted differently. Shaking with excitement, it took a great effort to force himself to appear outwardly calm.
I think his name was Amber.
Only his eyes, burning with a devouring flame, gave a hint of his inner elation. One of the prisoners was a gully dwarf, Sestin in fact. After the prisoners had gotten away, Toda, needing someone to blame, had had the gully dwarf arrested. The other prisoner, the one Pyros watched, was a human male, dressed in rags, who stood staring at the floor. Verminard stepped forward. Why
they had him then.
With these wretches, Viewmaster? The hobgoblin kicked Sestin. This miserable gully dwarf freed the slaves I was bringing you from Solace, and this human prisoner was found wandering around the town of Gateway. Verminard snorted. Throw them into the mines with the rest of the rabble. Toda stammered. I thought the human might be a spy. I believe he's deaf and dumb, my lord. The Dragon High Lord studied the human intently. He was tall, about 50 human years old. His hair was white, and his clean-shaven face brown and weathered. There was certainly nothing unusual about him, except for his eyes.
I would cast Yeager Bardem as the Greenstone Man.
His eyes, too, were those of a man in his prime.
He's in Skyfall.
Waved his arm. Have the gully dwarf fed to Pyros tonight, and take your deaf and dumb spy to the mines.
I would make the Gully Dwarves and the Kender CG.
As Toda led the human away.
I would do the Kender as CG. I would do Taz as a CG character.
We fly tomorrow morning to destroy Qualinesti. Be ready when I call. When he had gone, Pyros, still in human form, began to pace back and forth. There came a scratching at the door. Pyros was irritated. Lord Verminard has gone to his chambers, he snorted. A draconian peeked in. It is you I wish to see, Royal One. The traitor has been successful. He was able to slip away only for a moment, but he has brought the cleric of Mishikal, the woman Goldmoon. Pyros didn't care about the cleric, but there was much more at stake. I must meet with our treacherous friend. Bring him to me tonight in my lair. Do not inform Lord Verminard. He might meddle. Pyros rubbed his hands together, smiling. In the women's prison far below, the companions, now dressed as women, waited for the moment when they would put their plan into action. Caramon giggled, slapping Aben's face as the fighter playfully slid his hand up the warrior's voluminous new skirt. The women in the room laughed heartily at the men's antics, but Tanis glanced nervously at the door, afraid of arousing suspicion. Marita saw his worried gaze and assured him the guards had all been drunk ever since the army moved out. Tanis relaxed. Though he had known Marita only a few hours, he already relied on her judgment. She was the one who had calmed the terrified women when the companions had burst into their cells. She was the one who listened to their plan and agreed it had possibilities. She convinced the women to go along.
Kind of screwed up in the comic book in '87. They made Marita look like Cynthia Williams.
Guarantee the children's safety because the raiders might have to fight a dragon.
I didn't know that. Somebody pointed that out to me. Take a look at the.
Another red dragon.
She was the head of TSR at the time.
Marita had laughed. Fight a dragon? You mean old Flamestrike? There's no need to fight that pitiful creature. The children love her. She's more than half mad. Her own offspring were killed in some war or other, and now she's got it in her head that our children are hers. Besides, she always sleeps late in the morning. The afternoon had passed swiftly. It was now time to go. Graceland, coughing up blood, said he was too weak.
Hardest part is going to be getting Crysania's robes to come through. This white pearl is a good color, but the problem is it takes so many damn layers of it. And sometimes it comes out silvery, and sometimes it comes out white.
No choice but to leave Graceland behind. The others followed the guards.
What I intend to do,
High in the upper reaches of the fortress, Tisbat and Tasselhoff had found what they were looking for.
I'm going to spread it as thin as possible.
As part of the wall, the mechanism room swung open.
Probably use a little bit of water and make a wash and get to wash through. See, because it's a lighter color anyway, and most of her outfit is going to be this shit anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer, and then I'm going to
provided the only
touch
other
it up.
exit. Pushing gently,
I'll add some white to it. But what I'm doing is I'm being real careful and going slow and getting those high spots and the details on her.
Looks like some sort of art gallery.
It's going to be touch and go anyway. I done screwed up and got a little bit on her hair. She's black hair, so that means I'm going to probably have to use a primer black because her hair is black and it has to be able to stand out prominently. That is one thing about her. But as far as the rest of her, it's not going to be too bad. I've still got to get that necklace around her neck right there, and I've got to get a little bit of. But like I said, I'll be going back and forth and using flesh color all the time. But like I said, they got easier to paint once I got into it. Once I got into a groove and got me situated and got the colors mixed right. I was not able to do this about 6 months ago. Okay. Due to my health and my vision and everything, it's still difficult to an extent. And most time, people would have got these done a hell of a lot faster and a hell of a lot better. You're looking at somebody who only has about a third of their vision left. So.
Oh, yes. I think the dragon's lair was over this way. The old magician shuffled along behind, smiling. Meanwhile, the companions, dressed as women, were escorted to the underground rooms where draconian guards locked the male slaves at night. The guards then left to keep an eye on the gully dwarves above. Goldmoon rose to address the slaves. Speaking in clear, dulcet tones, she told them of Riverwind's discovery of the blue staff of healing and how it killed a dragon. She pleaded with them to join the revolt against their oppressors and take a chance at gaining true freedom. She spoke of the ancient gods and the truths they'd given in the discs of Mishikal. When she was finished,
that's what I'm going to do as soon as I finish this one.
Whether to believe her or not.
I'm probably going to put the paints up, and I'm going to set my equipment back up, my maps and everything, and I'm going to go ahead and start finishing that last segment that I got, then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play some DragonLance. We'll get this thing rolling.
These humans are fools.
If I can figure out how to add people, I will. But we'll figure something out. Like I said, as long as I got two cameras, I can point it at the thing. There's no problem with that. I don't interact with my chat, so there's no problem at all. I thought about doing that. We play it like a solo play, and just me and the audience interact and ask the audience, okay, what do you want to do here? And we'll roll it like that and do like a tables for one thing.
You claim to bring word.
The Oracle thing, DragonLance.
Why have they waited so long to make their presence known? Goldmoon knelt down beside him. Imagine you were walking through a wood, carrying a rare and beautiful gem.
I'm thinking of things to do.
Beast,
Like I
Drop the
said,
gem and run away.
there's all kinds of stuff we can
Afterward,
do.
you're afraid to go back into the woods and search for it. Then someone comes along with another gem. Deep in your heart, you know it's not as valuable as the one you lost, but you're still too